Undersecretary Vega to explain how to over the money. How much was spent, kung saan. Kung gusto ninyo yung anong naiwan, ibalik na lang agad ninyo. Kayo na lang ang patakbo sa COVID program. You return the money. Whatever is left that na hindi pa nagastos. Kung ganun lang naman na you are being pictured as a corrupt official sa trabaho mo na halos. Go ahead, please.
Mr. President, it is our privilege and honor to present to you and to our fellow countrymen the status of the action taken by the Department of Health with regards to the deficiencies raised by COA. Next slide, please. As clarified by COA, the observations and findings are the recommendations made by the auditors for the management of the Department of Health to address the observations and findings. These are part of the audit process, which allows the audited agency to comply with the recommendations and rectify any deficiencies. The report itself does not mention any findings by the auditors of funds lost to corruption. Next slide, please. As of today, out of the 13 deficiencies, 5 were already resolved, 3 were partially resolved, and the remaining 5 are currently being complied. Next slide, please. COA flagged that our transfers to PSDBM for the procurement of PPEs, testing kits, medical supplies, and other hospital equipment for COVID-19 response were not covered by Memorandum of Agreement. Non-attachment of MOA was coordinated and consulted with PSDBM, and it was agreed by the same that non-attachment of MOA has legal basis since the items procured were considered as commonly used supplies. DPPT Resolution Number 03/2020. Constant coordination with the procurement agency to ensure that needed supplies are delivered at a possible time. To date, a total of 31 billion worth of commodities was reported by DBM as delivered. Next slide. The unobligated allotment of 11.8 billion from Bayanihan 1 and 2, including foreign loans as of December 31, 2020, are composed of GOP funds of 7.1 billion and foreign loans of 4.7 billion. 5 billion pesos of the GOP fund was considered as continuing appropriations for the year 2021, of which 4.2 billion or 83% have been utilized as of June 30, 2021 for the payment for the salaries of our HRH emergency hire. Some were used to pay for benefits for our health workers, such as SRA, and death and sickness compensation, procurement of needed medicines and medical supplies in line with the pandemic, while 510 million remains valid for utilization until December 31, 2021. As to the foreign assisted projects, reissuance of SARO from the DBM are to be requested to supplement the funding requirements in line with COVID response. Hindi po nasayang ang mga pondo po. Next slide, please. On the deficiencies in procurement, documents and procedures, this is partially resolved. 2.448 billion mentioned deficiencies was already addressed by the procurement service of the central office. For the remaining 2.52 billion, the DOH operating units concerned were given directives to immediately comply with the COA recommendation. Also, the DOH internal audit service is currently conducting review of transactions pertaining to Bayanihan 1 and 2 funds. Next slide. There are also donations in time with a total of 1.4 billion to which our government retained hospitals, specifically Jose Reyes Memorial Hospital, Tonto Medical Center, and San Narso Hospital, needs to submit summary report list of donations received as of December 31, 2020. To date, upon validation from these concerned hospitals, they were able to provide COA the required listings. Next slide, please. Around 275 million meal allowance were flagged by COA as unauthorized. In providing meal benefits, our health facilities had to be creative, especially as our healthcare workers bemoan the provision of meals in the literal sense. Napapanisan sila ng pagkain, hindi nakakain sa tamang oras, at nasasayang lamang kung pagkain ang binibigay ng ating hospitals. The DOH sought the approval of the Office of the President to provide the meal benefits through other forms, and OP has listened and approved provision in cash equivalents. Hence, this COA observation must be considered as resolved. COA flagged the 74 million worth of medical equipment and supplies for COVID-19 response of various hospitals remain unutilized at the end of the year 2020. These observations were mostly resolved. While waiting for completion of COVID-19 wards, some equipment were used by other wards of the hospital. We believe that our hospitals should also be given leeway to adjust their operations kung saan po ang pangangailangan. Nonetheless, we have asked the concerned units to respond to this. COA also flagged that while the implementing units went through emergency procurement process, some deliveries were delayed, thereby negating the use of the method. However, these operating units acted fast, and we believe that the ensuing delay is beyond their control. However, we continue to remind them that they should strictly enforce delivery dates for such vital supplies and equipment from their suppliers. The foregoing COA findings are more of documentary issues. Some are already resolved, while others are ongoing compliance. We are in the public health service emergency situation. Thus, the Department of Health operating units compelled to this sort of action so as not to compromise the lives of the public. Nevertheless, The concerned operating units commit to comply with the COA recommendations on the submission of required supporting documents. That is all, Mr. President, out of our COA.
Thank you. Alam mo, meron akong experience. Tuduhin na lang natin itong COA. Yun know, kagaya yung isang item doon na it would require MOA. Sabi nila, alam mo, itong DOH, pati itong task force, both agencies are responsible in the war against COVID. Ang Department of Health, yun sila yung punong-puno na kung mabili, at times madalian, emergency. There is no just space for them to maghintay pa ng requisition, gano'n. Anak na puta, buhay ang pinag-usapan natin dito. So you better just also, I'd like to remind ko, look, may auditors man nakabase dyan. Like Davao City, there is a Davao City auditor. Ngayon, dadaan yung mga transaksyon na yan. Lulusot yan sa local auditor. Yung pagdating noon sa taas, pag-audit, mabulyaso, you blame now the procurement, the mayor, whoever, election. Tanggalin na lang ninyo yung auditor dyan sa baba. Kalukuhan yan. Bali, ano lang pala ninyo eh. Isang audit na lang sa inyo lang. Para isa. Ba't mo hindi lang ito. Pati yung DILG may nagbasa ako. Pati yung kay Secretary Calvin, meron flag. Puro flag down. Stop that flagging. God damn it. You make a report, do not flag. Do not publish it because it will condemn the agency or the person that you are flagging. The flagging is spelled F-L-A-G-G-E-D. Ang ginagawa ninyo is F-L-O-G-G-I-N-G. Flagging. Ampas. Huwag mo sige kayong flag ng flag. Tapos wala namang napriso, wala namang lahat. And yet you know that when you flag, there is already a taint of corruption by perception. You cannot, this COVID-19 will never be won by the way you are also behaving. Alam ninyo, emergency to. It is a matter of life or death. So you have to understand and give it a little elbow room to move. Make emergency purchase, mag-utang. Utos ko ganun. Kung wala kayong, sa lahat sa gobyerno, especially connected with COVID, kung wala, mag-utang kayo. Hindi kayo papayag na you do everything you can, mamatay na, kita mo yung mga frontliners. Tapos wala kang ibigay na suporta. By the way, itong frontliners, unahin mo na lang. If there is enough money, bayaran mo yung, saka yung mga medisina uli, utangin mo. Kung sundin yung kuha, kuha na. Wala namang mangyari na. Yan ang ayaw ko yung flagging. It creates a conundrum. Pati na, alam mo, political season na ngayon. Kanya-kanyang banat, kanya-kanyang credit. Ito mga newspaper, kala mo. As if they are the epitome of propriety and decency. Secretary Lorena.